This is Spencer with Online Nation, aka Buddha Man. I'm just doing a quick video here on just some of my personal driving tips for driver San Francisco. And I was just going through some of the Breaking Point podcasts I haven't listened to. DeFreakzo was complaining about it, and I just remember when I first started playing the game, having the same complaints about it, and so I just want to give some of my tips on how the game is a little more enjoyable now for me, now that I play it this way. First off, I did change some of the button mappings. Which I changed the RAM to X, which I forgot what it was before, but I like it better there. I feel like I have more control over it, and I'll show you that later. And then the boost I put to the left bumper. Obviously here I'm using a controller, but I did that because I found driving with the pushing the joystick up for the boost was causing me a lot of issues. And so some other things had to be changed, but only problem with that is if you do use the hints, obviously it's not mapped to X anymore. I mapped the hints to select, which is also to change the cameras, so that could be a problem for you. And obviously X no longer works for what they're telling you. So if you're entering a garage, if you have X set to something else, it's not going to enter unless you hit whatever button you remap that to, which for me is select. So let's get back in that car. So easily just some of the things I started doing, which one, stay off grass. Is I noticed in the opening sequence on the bridge, you actually should see him pumping his brakes a lot, weaving in and out of traffic, and that's really a good way to apply that to this. You don't necessarily need the brake. It does slow you down a lot more than it needs to. You can apply it a little softer if you're using a controller with good pressure sensitive triggers. But I find actually tapping the gas can be useful. Also, just keep in mind, I'm trying to talk about this while doing it. It's kind of does make it a little bit harder. But yeah, instead of holding down keys, I find kind of giving it a feathery kind of tapping will give you a lot more control. And you gotta keep in mind, get back in control here. The speeds that you're going, I think that's easy to forget, and it does throw you out of control very easily. If you forget that you're going 80 and you slam on the brake. Yeah, so like I said, just a nice feathery touch to the gas and brake. Typically give you a lot more control over the vehicle. When you find your tires are spinning a lot, just letting off the gas for a second and kind of feathering your way back in, take control over the vehicle. It helps a lot in the dirt too. You won't slide as much. Because your tires start spinning, you stop it, and you get them spinning again. And it will give you more grip on the dirt. So that's that. And you don't really suffer speed-wise too much feathering it. You stop increasing, obviously, but you won't drop as much as if you apply the brake a little bit. Another thing that's important to learn early on in this game is to back up efficiently, because you'll get spinned out. Yeah, it's spun out a lot by other cars, and it's easy to just whip your car around in reverse and then do a 180 and start going the direction you were heading again. But a lot of times you'll get this kind of spin out effect, and again, that feathering the gas really helps take control. So that's with me feathering the gas, and then try to it's just applying the gas, and it does not work. You're just gonna go all over the place. And say I've feathered the gas out of it. Yeah, same thing with drifting. I wish that was a terrible drift, but ignore that example.
Calm and collected. Passes the test.
Alright, so I just want to show you why I like having the RAM mapped to X. Supposedly to...
Trial by fire. Okay. Let's go out.
And more performance vehicles, you actually retain a good deal of control. And you do increase speed while you're in this mode. This isn't the best car for it. It is going to start sliding a lot if I turn too much. But on a straightaway, you'll actually gain a lot on if you're pursuing someone or even in races. And it's actually pretty good for weaving in and out traffic. You just got to make sure when you come out of it, you're where you want to be, because you are going to apply the brake right after, and you don't have a choice in that. So it's a good idea to, if you're in a race, get behind a racer, or while pursuing, obviously slam into them. Just gotta finish this off real quick. After coming in head-on traffic, it's a lot easier to hit them head-on, because you do have that. I just find it was easier to hold down X and continue driving in this mode.
Hold it together, John.
It's actually pretty good in if you're running away too. Like I said, I actually find it a lot easier to weave in and out of traffic. And if you do get into an issue where you're being spun out, I let go too soon. I was going to say, if you do get spun out, you can actually keep holding on to it and just stay in that mood. And you do pick up speed a little faster, and just these straightaways, I find it's pretty good for weaving in and out, because it almost slows everything down just a tiny bit. Remember, you can use the brake, and this is as long as you hold down your RAM button the whole time. You can literally do this for as long as you can keep your finger down. And actually, it can be pretty useful. If you're playing with a controller, though, you might want to turn the vibrate function off, just because it's gonna continuously vibrate, and that could become kind of awkward, I guess. Yeah, so that's just my quick tips on this game. Alright, thanks for watching.